Welcome to the show. I'm Kathy Ireland. Since 1990, Kodak Alaris has manufactured more than 2.1 million scanners that have in turn scanned some 1.5 trillion pages. The company is focused on more than just scanning, though. Their offerings, including a new award-winning solution, is changing how companies across the spectrum share, process, and organize information. Here today is President of Kodak Alaris, Don Lofstrom, to talk about their game-changing solution and what it means for businesses intent on making sense of their information. Welcome, Don.
Thank you. Good to be here, Kathy.
Now, Don, the Kodak name is iconic. It's universally familiar, but your mission at Kodak Alaris has evolved far beyond the world of photography. Can you walk us through what your company does?
My business actually has quite a long history and legacy. It started in 1928 when we first introduced microfilm solutions to banking, and we in fact still sell and service some of that equipment today. In 1990, we introduced our first digital high-speed commercial grade scanner, and that helps us to drive efficiency into business process for customers around the world. We've talked a lot about the paperless office, but the reality is paper still exists. It exists in large quantities and it exists in many different use cases. And the downside of paper is it drives adverse consequences to speed in the pandemic, to access and retrieval of information. It drives higher costs and it can create security issues. The first step towards automation and towards addressing those issues is digitization, and that's where we come in.
Great. And what types of solutions do you provide to help your customers accomplish those objectives?
We provide commercial grade scanners, capture software, break-fix service, and professional services. Collectively, those solutions help our customers to drive process automation and deliver the outcomes of better speed, more profitability, the ability to access and retrieve information even when their employees might be today working in remote locations on a decentralized type footprint.
Don, Kodak Alaris has won Scanner Line of the Year from Buyers Lab, the most reputable testing lab in your industry, 6 out of the last 7 years. How important is this type of validation from Buyers Lab?
It's something that we're very proud of, especially to have received that award so consistently over the last several years. And it's really a testament to the team's focus on quality and innovation. Our engineers do a great job of keeping our customers ahead of the curve when it comes to technology and technology advancements. And one of those examples would be system-on-a-chip architecture. So historically, the scanner industry has been very dependent on personal computers for processing power associated with the scanning operation. And the system-on-a-chip technology placed much more powerful technology within the scanning device itself, which substantially reduced the requirements of personal computing power, if not eliminating it entirely.
Kodak Alaris has a rich history in image science. It truly is the backbone of our scanning portfolio. As more and more organizations, though, move towards scanning directly into a business process, the scanner becomes part of a broader solution. And as a result, we've continued to innovate both in software and in services and solutions technology to ensure our solutions can meet the challenges of those greater problems that organizations have.
Konica Minolta has relied significantly over quite some time on Kodak Alaris' support and service. It's actually a very important piece. These are mechanical devices. They have consumables and so forth that do hit an end-of-life period or where they're in their most optimal form. And so support and maintenance of the devices is very critical. As most of our clients having, again, a mission-critical application with the conversion of these records, triggering or starting a particular type of process within their organization, the capture device needs to be reliable. In order for it to be reliable, it has to be maintained. And Kodak Alaris has been capable of providing us a top-notch service that's allowed our customers to stay on track with very little disruption.
So we have a great vision. We meet regularly with Kodak Alaris. We appreciate the fact that being the big market share that they are, that they're an organization that we can go to, talk to, and help them understand how to take that next step in their automation journey. But more importantly, the partnership with Kodak Alaris is going to allow us to fulfill our mission, which is to make the workplace better for humans and to take out the boring, repetitive, and mundane, and to allow people to enjoy work again. So I would recommend Kodak Alaris technology. The speed and the quality is going to be a driver as we move to this data-driven world. And agencies and companies that use that data and use it with our automation are going to be companies that benefit in the digital age.
Right. And you also recently won the Outstanding Achievement and Innovation Award from Buyers Lab. What can you tell us about the solution that won that award?
That's something that we call Infuse. It leverages the system-on-a-chip architecture as well as cloud connectivity type technology to create an Internet of Things network scanning device that can scan directly into business process. The power of that connectivity into business process is something that we call bidirectional. So it allows for not only feeding scanned content into the business process, but to interrogate what was sent to that business process and feedback to the user at point of scan, either the transaction was successfully completed in its entirety, or to point out any errors or issues that require remediation, such that the transaction can be completed fully and accurately at the edge of a business process.
And with all those locations, is there a concern about the security of the data?
Security is one of the number one value propositions of Infuse. Personal computers are one of the most at-risk elements of infrastructure of a company in terms of the risk of being compromised, information being compromised. Because the Infuse solution doesn't scan any information into a personal computer, nor does any of the information that was scanned reside on the device itself. There's what we call no data at rest on the device. It's one of the most secure solutions you can use.
Right. And you mentioned global partnerships. How do partners and other solution providers fit into this equation?
Partners are a very important part of our ecosystem generally, but with the Infuse solution, it's even more important because we're marrying our technology with their technology to deliver the full value proposition of that bidirectional connectivity. So an example of a partner relationship that we've recently delivered a solution with is UiPath, which you may recognize as an industry leader in robotic process automation. And we developed a patient onboarding solution that allows at the, I'll call it the mid-office of a hospital, to go through the process of insurance validation, payment processing validation, connecting directly into downstream business processes, leveraging the UiPath bots to do the validation and interrogation to make sure that everything has been processed flawlessly and to feed that back to the desktop of Infuse.
With our Infuse technology, scanners located at distributed locations around the world can be managed with a touch of a button. Additionally, as the scan occurs, the line of business system can immediately send a notification back to the person that did the scan to let them know that it worked successfully and that the business process has in fact started. These together save organizations significant cost, significant time, and ultimately improve the customer experience.
Anybody that's untrained with IT technology, they don't have to be, can take the equipment out of the box. The assembly process takes less than a few minutes. Take it out of the packaging, put in the sheet feeder, plug in the power cord, power it up, take my custom QR code provided by IDT, drop it into the sheet feeder of the scanner. They're online, and their Salesforce CRM button will show up on the scanner, and they can begin capturing their documents at the point of origin in 5 minutes or less. there's no better organization in my mind that fully understands the digital transformation process than the Kodak Alaris organization. I mean, it's clear that with the broad spectrum of products that Kodak Alaris offers, there's really no other competitor in the marketplace that can offer the type of solutions to a partner like us to be able to accommodate all of our different customer needs that we face in the marketplace. So the full breadth of the Kodak Alaris offering applies to our customer base quite well.
It's incredible. And Don, could you speak more about the type of customers that you envision using Infuse?
We see broad-based applicability. It's applicable to virtually any form of customer onboarding that you could imagine. Mortgage processing would be a good example, hundreds of pages of documents. Loan applications would be another. Also in the financial services industry, know your customer type obligations being supported through that solution. We find, and a lot of our customers are in what we call business process outsourcing, and they can use the Infuse solution to, instead of rolling a truck out to a customer to pick up paper for centralized scanning, they can place the devices at the edge of business process, feed into their systems, and for them, lower their costs while improving the quality of service to their customers. It's a popular solution to help support remote work, decentralized type operations. We even find that it's applicable and can be used to replace fax machines, which again, in certain verticals like pharma, they still commonly rely on that type of technology.
Wow, I mean, congratulations on all of this incredible work. You have much to be proud of. It's so exciting. What do you see on the horizon for Kodak Alaris and your incredible team?
Well, as I alluded to, at the moment we're focusing on helping our customers and their customers deal with the challenges of the pandemic, and it's looking like things like remote work and decentralized operations will remain more the norm. So we're helping to ensure that our solutions can help businesses be effective within those circumstances. More broadly, we live in a multimedia world, right, where paper coexists with native digital content. And more of our solutions are helping to ensure that those different sources of information can be blended into common process to fully automate an enterprise in whatever process area. And it's the combination of our scanners, our advanced capture software, and our professional services, which give us the right to be a digital on-ramp into that. And that's why we say Kodak Alaris is where digital transformation starts.
Wow. Well, congratulations on all your success, and thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thank you, Kathy.
And thank you for watching. I'm Kathy Ireland.